Look, welcome to Terry's Tips. Everybody should be watching this video. Today I want to talk to you about how you can get some free money for your business. Pause. Specifically, guys, business grants. So before you be like, okay, I don't know how to do that, watch the entire video. If you are a new business, if you are an old business, if you're a small business, if you want to be a business owner, you want to be an entrepreneur, you've been around for a long time, this video is for everybody because, guys, there's actually money for everybody. Get a notebook, get a pen, because in this video, I'm going to explain, what is a grant, how can it help you? I'm going to tell you where to go to get the money and even give y'all some tips on getting approved, okay? And for my newbies, welcome. Guys, my name is Terry. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur. Hello, mother, YouTuber, but more importantly, this channel is about wealth building, giving you tools, resources, how to leverage your personal and business credit to build wealth, okay? So if you want to build wealth, you're looking for additional streams of income, you want to go after your vision, your dream, you want to be, self-employed and have legacy and all those great things, then make sure you subscribe, guys. And real quick, new Zoom training, depending on when you're watching this, January 4th and 7th. Guys, I'll put the link in the description. Live with me directly, how to turn your personal and business credit scores into $100,000 in funding. All right, so first, guys, I'll do my nugget at the end. So what is a grant, right? Because a lot of people ask, what is the difference between a grant and a loan? Guys, in its basic form, a grant just means that you are given money by an agency, whether it be local, whether it be a nonprofit, whether it be government. I'll go over that. And you do not have to pay it back if, pause, right? I'll drop nuggets in the entire video. You use it for its intended use. You do not want to get a $50,000 grant and then for, employees and equipment and then go ahead and use it as a down payment on your flip. No, guys. Okay. So it's a grant that you do not pay back as long as you use it for its intended use. Whereas a loan, let's say you get a $50,000 loan, that's great. That can help you with your business, but you're going to have repayment terms. You have to pay that back right away. Now, pause. Some of you guys may be like, well, I don't know how to write a grant proposal. I don't know anything about grants. Okay. And that's why I'm doing this video, but I'm just going to be honest with you, right? If you have a vision, you have a dream, you need help with your business, and you have no money, look, bad personal credit, bad business credit, and you really want to grow your business, grow your brand, grow your side hustle even, then you're going to have to put in a little bit, y'all, sweat equity, right? Because it's free money. So if it does take you some time, let's say it takes you a week, let's say it takes you 30 days to research grants and to actually apply and go through the process, and it equals $30,000 that you don't have to pay back. Come on, somebody, that's a good use of your time, right? So nugget right here. It may take some time for you, a little bit of time for you to understand how to do like a grant application or proposal, but you can 1000% do it because these grants, guys, go anywhere from like $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 all the way up to like $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 can change your whole life. Okay, so that's how it can actually help you because it's money to grow your business, sometimes to launch your business, sometimes to expand your business, even to franchise your business. It's money to help you grow. Now, nugget right here, guys, just the time frame that we're in, right? Post-COVID, there's so much money at these agencies because they are trying to kind of boost the economy, right? It goes into economic development. So you guys don't even understand certain categories. This is a tip right here. Women grants, grants for minorities, grants for vets even, grants in technology, guys. That's a nugget, even like in knowing where to go. If you fall into some of these specific categories, you're actually even more likely to get grants. There's some grants that are focused towards those areas. So I had to write all these names down, guys, because I'm going to give you a bunch of agencies. I hope you got a notebook and a pen, okay? And I'll go back in, depending on when you're watching this video, into the description of the video and add some of these links, guys. But just understand there's really two basic types of grants, right? Think of local, local, state, regional grants, basically like local grants and also state grants and also like government grants, right? And so there's two basic categories. And honestly, in general, you might have a better chance of getting some like the local state grants because there's less people applying for them. But that does not mean that you don't qualify for some of the bigger money at the bigger places. So where to go? First, let me give you 3 steps real quick, okay? Step number 1 is going to be do your research, right? Figure out what grants are out there that you actually are best fit for, that you may qualify for either at the local level or at the government agency level, at the bigger level, okay? The second step is understanding the criteria. What are they looking for? If it's a woman, if it's a grant towards minorities and you're not a minority, well, don't apply. If it's a grant towards technology and you are, a credit consultant, don't apply, right? So understand the criteria of the grant and make sure it's a good fit for you, okay? And then step number 3 is actually applying. Guys, let me tell you something. You apply for a grant and say the very first time you may or may not get it, okay? But going through that process that very first time, you're going to have all the information you need to actually do it again over and over and over again. So what is the takeaway? The takeaway is that the very first time is the hardest. But come on, somebody, you always get better at something by what? Doing more and more of it. And then you'll be able to save your proposal, save your need statement, save your budget. So the second time, the third time, the fourth time, you get better and better and better. Set a goal. I'm going to apply for 1 grant per month. Come on, guys. It can equal anywhere between $20, $30, $50, $100,000 for your business that you do not have to pay back. So 3 steps. I said research, understand the criteria, and apply. All right, so some places to go to get the grants. Guys, write these down. I'm going to give you specific websites, okay? The first one is Open Grants. Open Grants. The second one is Grant Watch. Grant Watch. The third one is grants.gov. Okay, 3 places, grants.gov. And grants.gov is just all it's like a great big database of all the grants. You guys can do your research. You can run queries. You can look for the best ones for you. Then when add a wild card, the wild card, guys, is the SBA. Yeah, like if you actually go to the SBA's website, and guys, nugget right here. The SBA, Small Business Administration, is literally like a government agency that all they do is help small business owners. Nugget right here. If you have less than 500 employees or less than 300 employees, you're considered a small business. And the majority of the jobs created in the USA, a good amount of jobs are created by what? Small business owners, because you fall into that category. So these agencies want to fund you, especially in this time frame, because helping small businesses grow is what jumpstarts having jobs, development in the community, all those things. So SBA also has, if you go to SBA and you go to funding, they actually have a whole section on grants. So Open Grants, Grant Watch, grants.gov, SBA. Now, there are some additional resources. I know you guys may be saying, well, is it just for nonprofits? No, there are grants for nonprofits and there are grants for small business owners. There's grants for nonprofits and grants for small business owners, okay? And there are some agencies, some nonprofit agencies that will give you money. They still fall into those 2 categories, though. Government, big government agencies, and local. Why? Because they get their funding, come on, somebody, from those government agencies. That's why these nonprofits also give out money to small business owners and or help you apply and find the right type of actual grants that actually apply for you. Guys, there's a lot of money out there. So let me give you some of the resources. I had to write these down that will actually help you with the grants. So the first one is NASE, National Association of the Self-Employed, nonprofit that will help you find grants and or apply for grants. The next one is SCORE. Come on, who doesn't know SCORE? So SCORE is a nonprofit that helps business owners launch their business, grow their business, get money. They have mentorship. They are a nonprofit. You pay $0.00. Guys, I'm taking away all excuses with this video because either you want to work on personal credit and or business credit, or you want to spend the time, energy, blood, sweat, tears, resources to go for some free money. Come on, somebody. And then also local government, local politicians. So pause. Guys, you can actually write to and research your state reps, your local politicians, city council. A lot of them actually have not only connections for grants, they'll have information to actually help you. But guess what? Nugget, sometimes they can even give you a letter of recommendation. I don't know why y'all aren't using these resources. Let me tell you something. I literally had a issue totally unrelated to grants with my passport. Everybody, shout out to everybody who watched I Wish I Knew. And I had an issue with getting my passport one time. I had a business event that was that was out of the country, and my local politician, I got in touch with the actual my local politician, I'm not going to say who, but my state rep, and my state rep stepped in and helped me expedite that process. Y'all, the local politicians are put in place to help you. Your taxpayer dollars help fund everything that they do, help fund their office. So you can actually call them. That's a nugget right there. Do your research online, but guys, pick up the phone and call, especially when you're using some of these local agencies and you're using places like the like the local politicians. I'm so tongue-tied today. I'm sorry. So you can actually say, hey, I'm a small business owner. I'm in your district. I'm looking for funding to grow my business. Can you help me with grants? And they sometimes have a list. Sometimes they'll have a class. Sometimes they'll have resources. Use them, guys. So that's some of your research for tonight. Now, another nugget right here. Just because they give you a letter of recommendation does not mean that you'll get approved for the grant, but can it help your application? 1,000%. Closed mouths don't get fed. Ask, okay? And that goes into another nugget, guys, for what you actually need. You have to be clear about, how much money you need, right? Your need statement, and what you're going to use it for. How much you need and what you're going to use it for. You have to have a good use for the actual money. All right, and let me give you guys some basic basic components. Now, let me say this. I am not a grant writer, okay? And I am not an expert at this. You get better by actually doing it. These are some of the basic components, but using some of these local nonprofits to help you along the way. You don't necessarily have to pay for it, and you shouldn't pay for a grant writer. Do a little bit of research and you can do it on your own. So some basic components, right? You're going to need like a project title. I wrote these down. Project summary, organizational background, need statement. Super important. Your need statement, what you need the money for, what is your plan for the money, okay? Project narrative, budget, right? So what you have right now, what are your projections? You can even do forecasting in that actual part. And also your goals and objectives, right? So how is your business, how is your organization going to help the community? What are you doing? How it's going to help you grow and expand. And that also goes into your sustainability. So sustainability is almost like when the grant money is out, how you plan on continuing to actually grow? How are you going to sustain the business? What is your long-term goals for your business? And all that can go into that part. Now, are those the only components? Absolutely not. But are they the basic components? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I'm going to add in there, you need to be incorporated. You need to be an actual business. You can't be doing this and just have like a logo or just have a DBA. No, you need to be a legitimate business, and you can be brand new for some of these grants, right? And you need to have, what I talk about in all the business credit videos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and go to my business credit building playlist. And I have a video on 10 steps to build business credit, 10 steps to set up your business correctly for funding. Funding still means grants. That means having a website, having an EIN, having a business bank account. I'm going to add another nugget here. You need to have your taxes in. If you've been incorporated for like a year or 2 years or 3 years, they're going to want at least the last basic year, depending on the grant, but for a lot of them, like your last year of taxes, so what are you currently doing right now? If you didn't make any money, that's okay. That's why you're applying for free money. But you need to have a plan for what you're going to do with the money, right, to help you grow, and how that's also going to kind of kickstart some benefits to the actual community. Got it good. All right, so in this video, I talked about what is a grant, where do you go, some tips for the approval process. Guys, I'm trying to look at my thing and see if there's any more, like I told you about women-owned, minority-owned, vet-owned. Guys, also real quick, in the local space, there's every local, like every state has Economic Development Administration. They also have Small Business Development Center, and then like I said, the local politicians. Guys, those two right there, the Economic Development Administration and the Small Business Development Centers in your local area, you guys can Google Small Business Development Philadelphia, Small Business Development Atlanta, Small Business Development Chicago, right? They all have these local agencies that have what? Grant information, grant resources, grant help, can point you in the right direction. They either help you directly or they can point you in the right directly. Their sole mission is to help with small businesses and economic development. Got it good, guys. So all you do is just Google, right? Google those. Sometimes you can Google, depending on your actual state, sometimes you can Google that and they'll have it right on their actual website. But the nugget here is always pick up the phone and ask, hey, I'm a small business owner. I need some money for my business. I'm looking for grants. Do you have grants for women? Do you have grants for technology? Do you have grants for consulting, for business consulting? Do you have grants for minorities? And they will point you in the right direction or help you directly. Got it good, guys. And for my nugget, guys, if you really want to grow, you have to stop revisiting the past. How do you expect God to bless you with what he really has for you when you are still entertaining past relationships, past people, past places, past things, good or bad? You have to get out of that. What was the lesson? What is the benefits? What were the cons? Whatever. And then what is your future look like? Guys, you can't even envision your future if every 5 minutes you keep on entertaining the past. And guess what? You got that same energy, you got that same activity, you got that same dialogue, you got the same narrative, and that's exactly why you're stuck. That's exactly why some of you have all of the knowledge, skills, experience. Some of you guys even have the credit and the money to get to your goals. And the only reason why you literally have not manifested the life you desire and deserve is because you keep on revisiting the past. Let it go. Close it out. That chapter is over, and focus more on where you want to go, more on what you're trying to manifest, more on your future. And then guess what? The world will conspire, even that energy, to give you exactly what it is that you want, that you're looking for, but also that your actions and activity prove that you actually want. You want to get to the next level? Stop revisiting and entertaining the past. Gotta, good guy.